Number 10. The Wacky Wall Walker. The Wacky Wall Walker is a toy with several sticky feet that you throw on the wall and it would slowly kind of walk down like a weird insect. Ken Hatuka was sent the toy by his mother as a gift from China. Intrigued by the gooey, weird bug toy, he bought the rights for $100,000 and marketed it in Washington, D.C. Sales were initially slow until a reporter for the Washington Post found the product and wrote about it. The buzz associated with that resulted in nearly 250 million units being sold within a few months. I'm pretty sure when I went to America as a kid, I bought one. And unsurprisingly, because of that, Ken made $80 million from all of them, not just the one I bought. I think it wasn't that expensive. Number 9. Yellow smiley faces. Harvey Ball was the first person to draw the famous smiley face, but never trademarked his image, making $45 for the design for his PR company's client. Brothers Bernard and Murray Spain saw the icon and wanted to start a novelty store after realising its potential. They bought the legal rights to the mark along with its tagline, "Have a nice day." We all hate it now, but hey, it was pretty popular, sweeping America by storm, peaking in 1971. Obviously, people lost interest after about a year, but during that time it made about $50 million in sales. A good ending? Well, actually, it gets better. The brothers then went on to open the first Dollar Express store in the 1980s and continued to sell the smiley. In 2000, they sold their chain for $500 million. Pretty good ending? Well, not quite yet. The Smiley Company, which owns the trademark and copyright over the smiley face and name, is one of the 100 biggest licensing companies in the world, and had a turnover of $167 million in 2012. Yeah, these guys just keep printing money. And to think that the guy who designed it made $45. Always be careful what you sell. Number 8. The Furbies. These utterly hideous creatures took over the toy market with a $40 price tag that sometimes went into the hundreds. Furbies became the hottest toy on the market in the late 1990s after it was claimed to be the first widely available artificial intelligence toy made by Tiger Electronics. The toy basically learnt English, but it was simply programmed to speak less of its gibberish language over time, gradually replacing it with actual words. And amusingly, when a Furby was brought together with another Furby, both toys would engage in gibberish conversations, much the way that some humans do in coffee shops. In 3 years, more than 40 million Furbies were sold. So popular was this line of toy that the NSA, a US government agency that spied on millions of people over the past couple of years, you naughty NSA, were worried that they would learn to overhear and record classified information. So they actually banned the Furby from their offices, and at one point looked like they were trying to get them banned outright. Number 7. Big Mouth Billy Bass. Speaking of things that should probably be banned outright, God, somebody go back in time and sort this one out. This device was originally created by a Texas novelty toy company in the late 1990s, after which it became a worldwide sensation with several imitating products. Indeed, it was impossible to choose which stupid thing on a piece of wood you were going to go for. I mean, they were all so bloody annoying. Anyway, anyone who had the desire to irritate their family members, or perhaps just had questionable taste, the singing fish became a hugely popular gag gift, leading to millions in sales. Millions! It wasn't even a very good joke. Humanity, pull your socks up. Number 6. The Tamagotchi. If you like the idea of cleaning up virtual excrement for hours on end, then you would have loved the Tamagotchi. I did. It was brilliant. In fact, it wasn't just me though. This egg-shaped chirping keychain thing sold 70 million units. Bandai's virtual pet device saw users feeding it, playing games with it, putting it to bed, and cleaning up its waste. The initial line of Tamagotchi required near constant attention or they would die, requiring a reset of the device so the progress could start over, subsequently gluing the eyes of kids onto the toy and becoming a permanent fixture on school backpacks. In fact, having to look after these pesky electronic critters got so serious that many schools had to crack down on them, with kids getting them out in the lessons because they had to feed their Tamagotchi. I've got to feed my Tamagotchi, miss. It's not my fault. God. At one time, Bandai was selling a Tamagotchi per second. The toy has generated over $250 million. Number 5, Beanie Babies. Fill a sack with beans, give it some furry ears, and give it a cute name. Job done, you're a millionaire. Unfortunately, actually you're not a millionaire, but these guys probably were. Yeah, the result here was a toy empire that was bigger than Hasbro and Mattel combined. Ty Warner's Beanie Baby sold 30,000 units of his toy during the first toy show in Atlanta. He never sold his product in major stores like Toys R Us or even advertised the toys, which made them more difficult to buy and hence highly desirable. He would also purposefully retire some models after the initial stock had run out, making a few that existed extremely valuable and super collectible. How valuable, you ask? Well, Warner made more than $4 billion. A stupid invention, but a very smart inventor. These days, I don't know how much they're worth. Probably not as much as they were. Number 4, Billy Bob Teeth. Prosthetic dentures that make you look like an inbred hillbilly came to fruition thanks to a partnership between a dental student and an ex-college football player, both in need of cash to pay off student debt at the time. It paved the way for a line of silly novelty products, including zombie feet sandals and a hats with hair, which, spearheaded by these fake choppers, made more than 40 million. Something to chew on. Number 3, Plastic Wishbone. Simply because he was upset that only 2 people could make a wish from a holiday turkey, an argument by Ken Aroni ultimately led to his company that creates fake wishbones. During 2012, 30,000 plastic bones a day were being made, with over 2.5 million in sales. I'm not being funny, but you guys are aware that when you break the turkey wishbone and make a wish, it's not real. Magic isn't real. You don't get wishes. It's just a bone from a dead animal that you just ate. Yeah? You can make your own sleeve blanket by wearing a bathrobe backwards, which amusingly sounds like something that Alan Partridge would write. But obviously, a lot of people feel that this maybe makes you look a bit stupid. But looking stupid is no problem at all as far as Scott Boylan is concerned, and he made $200 million from creating the Snuggie, fueled by funny commercials that made it a media sensation. Several leading US talk show hosts also cover the product, which is ridiculous. So ridiculous, in fact, it couldn't be patented, leading to 20 million units being sold in its first year of availability. Number 1, the Pet Rock. Advertising executive Gary Dahl decorated rocks with googly eyes and then sold them as pets. It's unbelievable, but this happened. Yeah, the product, if you can even call it that, became a sensation after its debut in 1975. During the first 6 months, 5 million pet rocks were sold at $3.95 a pop, giving Dahl around $3 in profit and an overall take of $15 million, which is $56 million in today's economy. He sold the rocks as hassle-free pets, complete with a pet training manual alongside a cardboard box inspired by a pet carrier. Hassle-free pets doesn't begin to cover something which is a rock. It is just a rock in a box. And funnily enough, lots of parents didn't realise, maybe, that they could have just got some googly eyes, found a rock that they really liked, maybe from their garden, and made themselves one for probably less than $1. Still, hindsight isn't much use when the world